All right, my friends on YouTube, if there's anybody actually out there, Kate, Deb, Scott, hey, hang on, bring you guys back online. So yeah, Wednesday, the got the 12th already. It's going to be December again before we know it. All right, starting off with yoga in a can. I had a great visit with Kate yesterday. She hurt me tremendously. Thank you, if you're watching. My body was definitely in distress. I have to get her back into my time and money budget. Ugh. So pay attention to your back foot in these. Your back foot should be straight. It shouldn't be, on the arch or anything crazy like that. Your toes should be pointed forward. Everything should be pointed forward, except this we're pointed up. But if you find that you look at that back foot and it's twisted out to the side, that's your calf and your ankle saying, no, we don't want to play this game. Especially here when we're stretching the calves. We want everything lined up nice and straight. Oh my God. And Kate beat my calves up really good yesterday. Elbows galore. Lots of wincing. Yeah, I need to get back to one or two of those a month. But the other interesting thing is I keep talking to people who've been through COVID, and it's like, you know what? I listen to their symptoms and what they went through, and like I think I had COVID, I just ignored it. And I think I had it fairly recently and just completely ignored it.
I have a couple of staff members who think that's how to do that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I can't remember ever experiencing the symptom shortness of breath. And I've done extreme runs and sprints and been out of breath, but never really felt short of breath. And that has happened over the past month. I've had that kind of tightness in the chest. And usually when I feel it, we're just doing 5 of these single leg deadlift, 1-arm rows each side. Whenever I feel that sensation, I do one of the old 2019 COVID tests. Hold your breath, they said, for 10 seconds. If it hurts, you're in trouble. If it doesn't hurt, you're okay. And I usually go for 20 seconds and I keep moving. And I don't have any problems, so I don't know. But I've never really felt that kind of shortness of breath until maybe the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. I seem to have experienced that symptom. But no fever, which I've heard is common with those who've been vaccinated. And I mean, most of my other symptoms were just my normal seasonal allergy crap. Was it worse than other years? Yeah. Was it not as bad as some years? Yeah. So I don't know.
I think it was the worst allergy season this year.
Well, that may be. That's my normal thing from October through January, February. But the shortness of breath thing concerned me, but I never had a fever.
Yeah.
I haven't had a dry cough. I haven't had the classic original COVID symptoms, but I've had the new COVID symptoms. And I think that Katrina got hit a little bit harder because it sounds like most people who've been vaccinated, this thing gets them for about 48 hours on their back, 72, and then they get back to living, but slower. And the one thing that Kate kept telling me, she says, I couldn't believe all the pain in my back, but her doctor said that's becoming a popular symptom. I'm like, huh, because my back's been tight, and I just wrote it off to hard work. I'm busting my butt at the train station. 13 of these, by the way. I'm really enjoying this stretch, I gotta tell you. After what you did to me yesterday. But yeah, my SIs felt like a brick. Not really wanting to move well. Very stiff, very tight.
Well, my son's brother-in-law just tested positive yesterday.
Of course, the other recurring
Along
theme.
with his girlfriend, of course, he went to work, so they were working together. So now Justin's been exposed.
Oh, nice. Well, it's
Just like,
the number of random exposures that I've had has been crazy. And you find out like 2 weeks after. Oh yeah, by the way, so and so told me, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah,
Right.
so many people have it.
I think everybody's given up. We're just going to go to herd immunity. But I don't know. I think so. Gecko plank, right? Push up position, and my illustration on Monday just kind of showed an arm and a leg up, and then we switch. So it's opposite arm and leg, and you're going to reach them both kind of up and away from your body. Just kick my desk, and pause for a second. You want to make sure that you're, like any plank or push up, you got your hand under your shoulder, feet about hip width apart, and you're just trying to maintain a nice plank on 2 of your forelimbs.
Oh. Oh.
8 times each side, alternating, of course. And yes, this could all be done, one side, but that shift, that transfer of balance is important skill, because nothing happens in one plane. All right, seated leg raises, 8. And I think I hate to try and self-fitness, but I think some of the crazy workouts I've done over my life, they were designed to increase physical work capacity, the ability for my lungs to take in enough oxygen to perform all the work that I wanted to do, right? Workouts specifically dictated towards that purpose and that purpose only. Some people would think it's cardio, but no, not cardio. Similar to cardio, but when you're doing 200 kettlebell snatches in 10 minutes with 54 pounds, that's not just cardio. That's a lot of damn work. And if I put the math to it, it'd be about 5,400 pounds of deadlift to overhead in a split second for 10 minutes. So that's work capacity. Being able to run is different. Or ride a bike, it's different. Being able to push or pull a sled up a hill for 100 yards, it's different. So I did lots of crazy stuff. The VO2 max workouts, all this hyperbole, but I just wonder if some of that stuff didn't make getting through COVID a little bit easier for me. So the ab twister I put here to take advantage of the leg raise. So make sure you keep your tailbone pulled up off the floor here. Arms out, shoulders stay down. And I'm honestly hoping for a little bit of a snap, crackle, pop adjustment in my low spine right now. Ugh. Putting a good kind of lower ab move like the reverse crunch or the seated leg raise, L-sit, hanging leg raise. Putting one of those in front of a move like this or the Romanian twist, or even a twist and hold stretch, or a pretzel can enhance that second move, the twist, and give you a little bit more freedom of range of movement, we'll say, in your lumbar. Remember, keep the hips up, toes, never move away from the body. Always moving towards the top, the head, the hands. They shouldn't be drifting away. The knees can be bent, but keep the knees moving towards those hands. Pull in tight. You should feel these in your low belly. Okay. A nice easy one, the Cossack squat. So if you need support, get it. TRX, a chair, a couch, doesn't really matter. Remember the key thing here, feet really wide, toes stay pointed straight forward, not out of 45s. When I sit, I'm sitting to my right, I'm pulling my toes on the left foot up into the shin and pointing them towards the sky. That gives the hip room to actually let me sit down all the way. If your toes are pointed away, knees bent, you're gonna have trouble accessing the deepest portion of the Cossack. Now, we used to do it with the kettlebell on the floor in front of us because we'd get to the bottom and need a little pull. That's how I learned it originally. TRX is cool. Even with a partner, you get somebody who can counterbalance you a little bit. Point that toe, pull it up. Nice stretch to the inner thigh. And some hard work for that bent leg. I don't know, I think I'm getting close to 8. Okay. Whew. All right, ab rollouts. 5 to maybe 8 reps. Remember, clench the tushy beyond tight. So your start wouldn't be like this. Your start, put the wheel out further in front of you, get the hips fully forward, fully locked in that nice pelvic tilt. And then suck the shoulders in, reach, roll, and lift. Press down into the floor through the handles, pull yourself back up. Arms stay straight, wrists stay straight, whole body stay straight. Only movements at the shoulder joint. Okay. And that makes the circuit, right? Yeah. Whew. Love those ab wheels. Ab wheel's a good thing. All right.
Were there swings? Did we miss swings or no?
No swings in today's workout.
No, I must have been looking at the wrong thing. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
No swings today. But if you feel like doing some, you could, this is, again, one of those workouts, if you're doing this at home or whatever, you could do each exercise and follow it with swings, 10, or jump rope, 20 seconds, what have you, if you think you want to make it more cardio. Anyway, do whatever you think feels right for the number of rounds. YouTubers, I'll see you Friday.